All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3. And Lord's will, this video will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Kodash. All right, just wanted to make sure the audio and video is good. I can take myself off the screen. All right, and as the title reads, they are possessed through his image. Okay, I actually wanted to do this lesson yesterday. I wasn't able to. All right, so Tawadi Abashim Shai for putting on my spirit to allow me to do it today. And this is just something that I've been observing, I'll say, for the most part, being here in Babylon, Yahweh Bashim Shai through the Baha Kodash, giving us understanding, okay, and opening our eyes. We are looking at our position in captivity and our enemy very differently. We're looking and thinking more critically. And I pretty much just want to go into the, the spirit that these people in Babylon, throughout the world, but right here, HQ Babylon, which it's also referred to as Satan's seat. I just want to go into the spirit that they come in, and we have to be aware of that. Okay. And Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Kodash, Barakathum. All right. To you brothers and you few sincere sisters tuning in. All right. So let me share my screen. I just wanted to make sure the audio and video is good. All right. So let's go over here. Okay. So, I don't know if you, I got a few words on this, I got a few points to make. So I'm just going to kind of roll in the spirit. So not sure if any of you brothers or sisters are aware, but there is a spirit going around on, a lot of American citizens, okay, which this is a part of the image too, which I'm going to have to get. But there's a spirit where they're starting to, come against the authority of Esau, and they call it like First Amendment audits, okay? And one thing I will say to you, brothers and sisters, do not be in the spirit to try to, come against this authority. Okay. Remember Yahweh Shai, let me grab that. Remember Yahweh Shai said, agree with thy adversary quickly. Okay. So we have to understand what's going on, but within that, we need to maintain, all right, the wisdom and the standard that we are to keep. All right. We have many men as examples. All right. Even our elders, tell us, when you're dealing with the government, Caesar, the police, you handle it cordially, you handle it correctly. All right. You show yourself as men. Okay. And you obey the powers that be. Okay. So there's a few points I want to make in this, but there's also another point I want to make. But real quick, let's go to red letter. All right. This is Matthew 5:25. It says, agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge. Right. You get pulled over. Okay. Just like Elder Pastor says. Okay. And the elders on down, and even brothers, camp leaders tell their brother men, look, when you are out here, you are to conduct yourself, all right, in a respectful manner. All right. We are ambassadors. We are being built up to be ambassadors of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay. Meaning you now as a Hebrew Israelite, learning that you conduct yourself, all right, in a very pristine way, because you understand you're in captivity. These people don't. Okay. So that's what I want to get to. But the spirit has me focusing on us first, because at the end of the day, we want to be in a spirit of sitting back, prophesizing in the spirit, and watching this thing unfold. Okay. Because you're going to see a lot of uprisings. You're going to see a lot of uproars. You're going to see a lot of carnality. You're going to see a lot of resistance. You're going to see a lot of spirit of carnal revolution, insurrection. This is all prophesied in the scriptures, but it's not prophesied for us to be like that. See, so it says, agree with thy adversary. You get pulled over. You don't sit here and start. These people are possessed. Okay, this is why I got this queued up. These people are possessed. Okay, they are possessed under his image. The image that is constructed around America, it's even against the Constitution that America was built off. And I'm going to get to that. Okay, but I have to make these points first. Okay, because you got Jake that, and I was once one too. When I first was learning the truth, I was very rebellious against authority. Not like I was being a criminal, but I felt at that time as if they didn't have power over me, and I didn't know they do. They do have power over you. And if you fight against this power, you're fighting against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you see? So let me continue my point and we'll get into it. It says, agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. And this has actually happened. And other brothers have testimonies. There's times where I've been in a position where I was in the mercy seat, okay, of the police through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I've actually had in the past a few times, okay, a cop tell me, hey, I could arrest you right now, but I'm going to let you go. Because it was something like tickets or, a violation. There's things like, you may not know your registration is up, or, you got to be on top of these things. You got to be on top of your insurance, your registration, having your license situation together or getting it together. There's things that you have to do while in Babylon, but now we understand that. Okay. So you agreeing and not causing because they're demons. They're in the flesh. Okay, these people are in the flesh. They're not on a level. The only level they're on is the image. Okay, the spirit that has been constructed on the left hand side as a culture for people to think and act and react. So you have to counteract that with this knowledge. All right, I know this guy's an Edomite. He don't know that this kingdom's fallen. He's only been given this badge and this gun. Let me send my prayers up. Let me use wisdom. Let me allow him to do what he's got to do so I can, Lord's will, get on my way, okay? And it says, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee unto the judge. Right, put your hands behind your back. Now your ass is arrested, see? And just like, old girl, let me see. You know what? Actually, we'll do it. So let's go here. And look at this. Watch this. How can I put it in? Let's see. It always comes up. Let's put a police arrest. Watch this. Police arrest black woman in Walmart. Let's put Syracuse, which is not even about an hour. Right here. Look, first one. This is a Israelite. Okay. Right underneath, she's got the head wrap. She's got the dress on and the fringes, and she didn't agree. Look, right here, this video, she's biting him. See? And she's an Israelite. Then you had the one infamous video of the Jakes. They were calling, they were calling on the name, and the cops broke the window, pulled their ass out, and arrested them because they weren't agreeing. See? So I don't want to stick too much on just scripture because I got more points to make, and I don't want to make it too long. But these things have to be said. It says, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Right, see? So you want to agree with them. These people, okay, are possessed. Now, I watched this video, and when you watch these videos, I don't know if you brothers have caught wind of this, but there is truly a spirit being poured out on Edomites, all right, in America, and they're in that 13 colony spirit, okay? They're in that spirit of what it was to establish their independence from Britain. Okay, now remember, Britain is what America came out of. Okay, so today you would look at is the standing government is basically Britain all over again. I'm just spiritual example. The government is like Britain all over again, and the resistance, the First Amendment auditors, these people, they have a spirit. It's a whole movement. Okay, when you just put this in, watch. When you just put this in first, look, see, First Amendment audit. This thing is this. There is a silent uprising, okay, in America that people have no idea. All right, and what they do is they go around in public and they basically confound cops and police with their rights, and these cops have no idea because they swore an oath to the Constitution. But remember, the Constitution, the Bill of that was all a ruse. That's all a farce ideology of freedom, because this place is really ran by the federal government. Okay, and these cops, these states, for the most part, are they are controlled by the federal government with a idea of state freedom. That's why it's called the United States of America. See, and Yahushua said, what if kingdom be divided, it can't stand. Now you have states suing the Biden administration. So division is at an all-time high right now. Okay, you have on the ground level, you have people going up to cops, cussing cops out, yelling at them, and winning lawsuits. You know, just basically making them look stupid. You know, like these guys, they're all out here. Okay, look, they're all relevant. 3 months, 3 days. So there is a spirit of the insurrection in Babylon, and it's growing. Okay, it's growing on a high scale. But now, before I go back into that, I want to make this point. Oh shit, I forgot it does this. Damn. Let me pause it. I don't want them to clip the video because they make money off this. Okay. So let's just see. Yeah, right here. We'll keep it like this. I don't have to that 3 seconds they don't find out. So anyways, now what we want to do is real quick, let's go into the image and Revelations. Okay. Now I'm going to pretty much put it in a nutshell, but we have to break this down. Now, of course, we should start up because it's historical, but for time's sake, for the most part, we all know what Rev 13 is going into, or at least, we should. Okay, at least you brothers. I mean, if any brother or sister doesn't know in full detail, there's a lot of videos on it. If a brother or sister says they don't understand it, we can go a little bit into it, but I'm just going to jump right to 15 and we're going to go from there. Okay, so this is really the conception of America's standard. So we go Revelations 13 and 15, and he being Esau had power to give life unto the image of the beast. See, there is an image of the beast. Now understand, this beast system is formulated under the same construct of what you know as Rome, right? So really, when you look at America, it's just a revival of the Edomite empire, coming back. Okay, but within that, he constructed a lifestyle around his system, like he did in Rome. Okay, and like he did also in Rome, but the America came out of what you know as Britain, which is found in Revelation 17. So it's just history. Okay, when you read Revelation 13, 17, 18, it's just history. That's all it is. It's not nothing, it's just history. Okay, so the image, all right, is what I want to speak about. Now in Genesis, remember, it says we should make man in our image. Now, what was that? Now you have brothers that'll say, oh, the image being black. No, it's more than that. It's deeper than that, because, and I'll say this real quick, the only reason that we're so fixated on color is because of Esau. Us being, dark skinned and melanated, that was dime a dozen. You didn't have to, that wasn't a thing back then. Yes, the Lord turned Cain, he took his pigment away, but, lifestyle in the world wasn't about color until Esau and the Renaissance and the whitewashing. All right. So the image that you are living in today, all right, is centered around democracy. All right. Like, and Rev, it says he speaks as a lamb, right? So it's democracy, it's religion, it's idolatry. All right. You know that. All right. Lies, adultery, covetousness, the financial system. All right. And patriotism. A part of the image in Babylon is also patriotism, which is why I was speaking about the 13 colony spirit. That was when Esau declared his independence from Britain. All right. That was called the what? The Revolutionary War. So there is going to be another Revolutionary War in Babylon. And it's prophesied in many scriptures, okay? It's prophesied, and that's what? Esau declaring his independence from a tyrannical Edomite regime, and i.e. now what? The Biden administration. This is why, real quick, look, 20, what is it? I don't want to put 20 states. Let's see, 20 state attorneys, attorneys, check this out. Sue Biden administration, check this out. 20 states sue over Biden's amid school work, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go into it. All right. I don't want to pull it. See, let me get out of it. But you see, all right, look quick and we're out. All right. So what we're witnessing right now is division. Okay. A kingdom is divided. All right. But remember, they were on this land before divided. And what did it lead to? The Spanish War, the French War, and the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, Revelation 6 and 4. You see, so we are witnessing great division take place. We are witnessing the Lord pour a spirit out of Edomites coming up against the standing government. Okay, this is why in the spirit I said, but we gotta maintain that order and respect. And you know what? With all this going on, when you know, and I like to say this too, with everything going on, it would behoove you to use wisdom with Esau. Okay, tuck your pride away. It ain't about you bowing down to him. You're a man. You conduct yourself as a man. They'll respect you as a man, but we don't want to be keeping the you know, the BL Black Lives Matter, like, nah, hey, how you doing? You know, you don't got to go into that with them. You don't got to talk to them about that. Save it for a lesson, save it for camp. If you're at work, you're out in public, you need to conduct yourself in the right way, because it's already out here. Okay, the Jake is being roused up, Esau's being roused up, all of it's out here right now. Okay, so when you're dealing with these people that work for Esau in his image, use wisdom. Now, are they used? No, but that's why I said this lesson's kind of twofold, because in one essence, you know, the spirit has me expressing how we need to, you know, obey the powers that be. But and then the flip side, because there's a whole spirit out here being poured on Esau that's coming against the man, and it's right on YouTube. Okay, all you gotta do is look these up, and don't go out and do it. Don't go out and do this. But people are being roused up to go and you know, go to the bee's nest, man. And they're coming at him, and it's getting increasingly aggressive. And this is the ground zero, all right, to the insurrection that the scriptures prophesize. All right, not I didn't say it, the Bible says it. So continuing on, I want to finish with the image. So also part of the image is what? The patriotism, the Hollywood entertainment, the political system, military industrial complex, and murder. So these are things that construct the culture of America that these people are in. And this is why cops will just blow you away. They'll blow you away because a part of the image, they are licensed to kill. Okay, and now brothers posted it, and I want to grab it as well. Let's get it real quick. Romans 13, and I'll finish off Rev 13. So let's get this real quick. Check this out. This is for us. Watch. Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High, right? Yahweh Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men. So he set Esau up. But before Esau before he even came over here, this is why Columbus brought Hebrew interpreters, and he used the book of Esdras to come to what you know as South America, because it was already prophesied. So the Bible is also like a map. You can use the Bible as a map to guide you where you need to be. So before Esau fought against Spanish, French, and the British, Daniel already had that vision. Okay, before Esau constructed America, John already had the vision. So this is all ordained by Yahweh Basham Shai, just like the prophecies of uprising, rebelling, insurrections, revolutions that these Edomites and other people are going to be in, but it's already been prophesied. So what do we need to do? We need to be in this spirit of obeying the powers that be, okay, until it comes to the point that the powers of the beast, the powers of the beast, right? The powers that be, okay, push a mandatory mark, and that's when you got to draw the line. Just like what happened, because what happened with this pestilence, that's a part of the image. Okay, everybody having to get that. You know what? That's a part of the image, and I'm a further prove it through the spirit. Okay, it says, "Whosoever therefore resisteth the power." Right? What do they say? The cops tell you, stop resisting. See, stop resisting. What'd she do? Resisted the power. And what did he do? He knocked her ass out, arrested her, and whatever else happened. Okay? You resisted the powers that be. You better not be in that spirit. Okay? And it says, whosoever therefore resisted the powers, resisted the ordinance of the Most High. Right? Let's keep going. Just give me a second. And it says, and they resisted the ordinance of the Most High, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Yeah, you fight against the police, you fight against the government. Hey, a part of the penalty is death. Okay, a part of the penalty is death. And since I said that, look, it says, and give life unto the image of the beast. Right, 1776, we constituted a constitution, and every man born and free, blah, 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 First Amendment, Second Amendment. These are all the things he added into even a deeper plan. But him giving the Edomite man amendments and rights would later on is later on down the road going to lead to an insurrection because you gave them rights according to your image that you constructed ultimately to have power over the people and use your military to try to take over the known world. So he put himself in a box. So when him constructing and establishing Babylon on paper is also the reason through the spirit why there's going to be an insurrection in the time we are in now, because Esau made those amendments against the standing power of Britain. So he constructed that around to give him legal rights to fight Britain. That's why they went to war. So now he has these laws, these rights, and now he's what? He's starting to come against the man. He's starting, you'll have videos like this. Let's put cop gets owned. See? Cop gets owned. See? So cops right now represent like the Britain, I'm just speaking spiritually. Okay. See, look, educated citizen owns corrupt cops. This is a growing spirit out here. Okay. So you can see that these people, they are possessed under this image in all shapes and sizes. This is why we need to maintain, all right, wisdom on a level to be at peace with all men, so we don't got to deal with these possessed inhabitants of Babylon, because they don't know anything else. They don't know nothing else but what that was constructed as a culture through Satan. All right, when you look at the American system and you look at their legislation, you look at their laws, you look at their Supreme Courts, it is ran on a satanic vibration, and you trying to fight against it in his system will get swallowed up in it. Maintain, all right, peace with all men, because there is a silent revolution taking place against Esau, all right, and his standing powers. We are witnessing it, okay? Because look, there's another video you can watch. It says, chief of police learns the hard way what public property is. And this was a good video. I'm not going to play it. I want to speak more, all right, and bring out precepts. But this is another video you can watch and see that Esau is literally going into the police departments. He's going in the town hall, and he's challenging the authority of the standing powers right now, which police are really like pawns. But guess what? Those pawns are powerful. Okay. But what it's showing you is there is a spirit of uprising on these people. And then you can see the possession of these police and these government officials and the people that work for them. They're completely against the Edomites, standing up for their rights. So what do we got to do? Stand back and continue to prophesize, because they're going to clash. They are going to clash. And it's prophecy. It's prophecy that they're going to clash. Now, let me continue my initial points. It says, for the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Yes. And I can humbly and gratefully say that there are times in this truth that I have dealt with police officers through the spirit, and they were at peace with me. Okay. But it's when you start wanting to challenge their authority, that demon comes out. Okay. And I've witnessed it, a cop officer friendly. And the minute you want to challenge his authority like that, he switches, gun in hand. Okay. So I've witnessed cops actually be at peace with me through the spirit. I'm so thankful to Yahweh Shem El Shai, because we understand the Lord has given them authority. It says, will thou then not be afraid of the power? Right. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same, for he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. Right. This is why you'll have times where the government, police officials, public officials, okay, will be at peace with you. Public defenders, things of that nature. They'll be at peace with you, okay, because it's all spiritual. They all been set up by the Most High. But if thou do that which is evil, yeah, you're out here being a demon, you're being rebellious, you're being carnal, all right? And I'm speaking to us as Israelites first and foremost. You're being a demon, you're doing things that are not pleasing to the Lord. Look, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is a minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. See? So right here, Paul is letting us know, because I want to tell you this. I also want to tell you this, that even Paul got saved by Edomite centurions when Jake damn near killed him. You know, they came in and broke up the riot that Jake was in because of Paul. So even Paul understood, like, wow, they could be for my betterment, you know, me doing the work. But if you're doing evil, you know, they'll be against you. Okay. So now that I got that out the way, I want to go back to this. Now we are in Rev 13 and 15, and I want to show you something. So Revelations 13 and 15. All right. Because watch. Revelations 13 and 15. Remember the image. This is what these people are locked in. They're locked. They're possessed under this image. All right. When you watch these videos and you hear them talk, they're possessed. We give me your bag, give me your ID, give me, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the Edomites like, it's my First Amendment right. So they're clearly clashing. There's clearly a great division. A silent division is taking place on ground level, okay, on the streets. There is a division taking place on the streets. Okay, so this is Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See, so you have to obey this image as long as it's not infringing, okay, on what Yahweh Shemel Shai has told us to do, which ultimately, you know, is bodily. And I'll leave it there. Now, when you go into this word kill, check this out. Check this out. So when you go into this word kill right here, all right, look, the word kill means, look, to kill in any way. This is why Esau, starting with the police, are able to actually kill you in the street. Okay, when you, if a citizen kills someone, it's murder. But when a cop kills someone, it's him in the line of duty. Okay, now let's go real quick. Let's go to etymology. All right, when you look this word kill up, look, of separation, so they can kill your character. If you don't follow the image, you know, you can be evicted. If you don't follow the image, you can be fired from your job. If you don't follow the image, you can get separated from society, i.e. prison. Okay, see, of local separation after verbs of motion from a place. Right, you got to get out of here. See, i.e. departing or fleeing. You got to leave. You can't be here. So Esau has a system set up to where if you are not abiding by his rules and regulations, even policies, then he has the right to kill your character or even you yourself. This is why I wanted to express about how we need to obey, all right, the powers that be. You see, we just got to obey. Okay, now that I got that out the way, now I want to tap more into the spirit, though, of what they're coming into. See, because I just wanted to express that for us. We have to understand and maintain while we are in the system, because the Most High judged us before for not obeying the empire ruling over us. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Babylonian Empire Jake had an issue with, you know, some of the Jakes. So now that I said that, let's get the prophecies, okay, of also what's going on with this. All right, so this is a twofold lesson. Okay, so now let's go to Second Esdras. I want to share something with you. Now let's look at this with this lens. So Second Esdras 14, check this out. Okay, Second Esdras 15 and 14. Jake's a little excited, you know. So let's go here. Second Esdras 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand." Now you're gonna, what's that? Matthew 24. So you're gonna have nation against nation, kingdom against kingdoms, cities against cities, states against states, streets against streets. See, so there's a great uprising of division and people fighting one another, right? And it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." What is a modern day king? A president. What is a modern day prince? A governor, a mayor, a vice president, a chief, a police officer, the military. See? So right now we're witnessing a spirit where they're not regarding kings nor princes. They're not regarding the laws of the land, because they're infringing on their rights that this land established in the establishment of this country. Hence why it's called United States of America. You see, it's called United, but right now they're not united. Oh, and this guy right here, he's in with Sakari. He's an ex-police officer, and he does videos on it. Now, I'll leave it there. You know, that's all I'll say. I wouldn't recommend it. You should be teaching. I'll say that. But hey, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And like I said, I'll leave it there. All right. So there is a spirit out here, okay, that they are coming against the government. Okay. And you got guys All right. You got guys that are being used as leaders, quote unquote, to the free world. Okay. Like guys like this. All right. You actually have Arizona has changed laws because of people like him. Like now there's a new law that you can't film police 8 feet and blah, blah, blah. There's all these little tiny dynamics. I'm not trying to go into fine detail, but the point I just want to make is that there is a spirit going on in these streets of uprising against the police, the government, and it's all being done through the public. Okay. And this is prophecy. This is prophecy. See, they're not regarding their kings. They're not regarding the laws because those laws are against their constitution. Look, and princes and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning there is a time coming where they're going to act out against the standing powers that be. All right. And they're not going to worry about the court system. OK, this showing you there is a revolution taking place in America between Esau and his standing power. Wow. The third woe cometh quickly. While the economic system is crumbling, while pestilence is happening, famines and destruction. Look at all this prophecy that's playing out. And I find this one, it could be beautiful because this is the ground zero level, and it shows you, like I believe it was Elder Pastor Gabar, he has said that the Lord is waking these people up just enough so they can fulfill prophecy, because this is a part of Daniel. Knowledge shall be increased. People were not in this spirit, 10 years ago, where they understood that they had rights as an American citizen. And at that, they had rights that the standing powers cannot infringe upon. You know how many lawsuits are going on right now because people's rights are being violated? This is why in the spirit, the spirit had me start off with, agree with that adversary in Romans 13, because don't allow this spirit to overtake you where you feel like now I'm going to go up and express your rights are in the scriptures. And right now you're in captivity. Okay. You're in captivity. So, now Paul did use his Roman citizenship, but don't abuse that citizenship to disobey the powers that be. Let Esau do that. Let him fulfill that prophecy. Okay. We are spiritual, you see? So now let's continue. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. One more. Okay. So, and I would say this because, being, sometimes you'll be vexed, you see the injustice, and you brothers and sisters that are still in the spirit where you get mad at cops and you see how they treat Jake. Well, first I'll say you need to understand that, Jake's wicked. Okay. And you got to read Romans 13. He does that to, for evil works. And then on top of that, if you feel in some type of way, watch some videos, watch the apostles, the elders, and you can watch, to me, it's entertainment watching Esau argue with Esau and their rights and police get confounded. It is entertainment, but there is a spiritual essence, which is a bigger picture. All right. And that's what you got to understand. There is a spirit being poured out on everyday average Edomites, like the 13 colony Edomites, and they are coming against the standing power like they did before. Nothing new under the sun. They're in the same spirit that they were under when they declared their independence from Britain, and they're in this spirit again because they're declaring their independence from this new administration. But why? Because of prophecy. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next city great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So see, the judgment is coming regardless. All right. But there is going to be a great insurrection. All right. A revolt. Okay. Upon this place. And we are going to be in the midst of it. But being even in the midst of it, we got to continue to pray and have faith that the Lord will protect us, because it's going to go down. Okay, it's going to go down regardless. Look, they shall be like madmen, sparing none. They ain't going to spare Jake, man. Okay. With Esau, because remember, Esau declared his independence while having Jake in slavery. Esau declared his independence from a standing power while Jake was still in slavery. So what you think going to happen now? All right. What you think is going to happen now? And it says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Bashem El Shai, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known whom are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. But you know what that made me think about? They shall be known who are my chosen. A standard will get lifted. Esau coming in like a flood, because he's going to have to, with this uprising and this insurrection and rebellion, you best believe a part of that image is his military complex. He's going to use the military on the people. So you're going to have the military coming in to set order, because the American citizens are going to be in a spirit rebelling against the government, the standing powers that be. And the main fight is going to be Esau with Esau. Jay concluded, but let me get this prophecy. All right. So we got to maintain. All right. We're not a part of the fire starter. We are not a part of this rebellion. We, all right, are being spiritually revived. Okay. Not carnally. These people are going to act out carnally. And you see what happens when they act out carnally. Okay. You see what happens. If you don't, you better watch that video. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. I will set Edomites against Edomites. Okay. And we're seeing it. All right. We're seeing it. Cops get owned, yelling at judges, fighting cops, fighting them in the court system. All these, it's taking place, man. Cops getting owned. Educated system owns police officer in an epic fashion. See, 10 days ago. See, it's going down. We are witnessing ground zero, all right, of what the Bible prophesies as a great insurrection, not regarding kings and princes. Okay, the course of the action will be in their hand. And they always do this too. Watch. They always tell you, you're dismissed. And they always do this, walk of shame. Let's put this in. Cop takes walk. See? And I want to say another thing too. Okay, I want to say this too. Cops also took an oath to protect the Constitution. So you will have Edomites in the spirit to protect Americans or America from the standing powers that be, because it says what? Foreign or domestic. So when domestic insurrection takes place, you're going to have certain Edomites that are going to be in a patriotic spirit and fight against their own powers that be, because they swore an oath to their Constitution. So it's just beautiful on all sides. It's beautiful to witness this on all sides. So it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. See? And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right. Ultimately, World War III. But in the midst, you're going to be having this city versus that city. Why do you think you have North Carolina and South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota? See, see, Esau, that conquer and divide spirit is about to be upon you. You are going to be conquered and divide. You will be divided and conquered. Okay. Because look, brother against Edomite, brother against Edomite brother. This brother might be working in the army. This one might be a sheriff of this small town, but the sheriff ain't going to allow, he's going to fight against the army. See how, oh man, it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see this all playing out, and they're all possessed through this image. They're all possessed through a standard of culture created by Esau through the inspiration of Satan on the left-hand side to fulfill the prophecies of Yahweh Shemel Shai that have been written down since old. So we're witnessing it blossom. We're witnessing it unfold right before our eyes. So it was just on my spirit. I wanted to do that lesson. I wanted to, express that. I've been, watching these videos, here and there, and you just seeing it, increase. You're seeing more people starting to get up out the street and starting to express their First Amendment rights, and they're starting to challenge the police. Because when I was growing up, police were very powerful. Police were very powerful. They were the executioner. But now people are starting to question that authority. Why? Because Yahweh Shemel Shai is pouring out a new spirit on Esau and against his government, all right, being anti. They have the saying, don't tread on me. All that's a spirit. That's a part of the image, the patriotism too. But all that is getting ready to come down the pike, and they're going to clash. And all we got to do, stand back, continue, obey the powers that be, as long as it's not infringing on our rights as far as what the Lord told us to do and not to do. Because remember, that mark's coming. And the powers that be are going to push that mark. And that's where we say no, just like the bite. You said no to that. Okay. So there's things that you can continue to maintain in Babylon without bowing. Okay. Because remember, the Lord reserved himself 7,000 men that shall not bow a knee to Baal. So things like that, So I pray that, this lesson made sense, and you can see the as far as what I saw, the twofoldness in one essence, you obey them, stay out the way. But in another, look at the people that are not obeying them. And what is that going to lead to? Insurrection, rebellion, revolution, the whole January 6th thing. And a lot of this too is pre-planned, but also at the same time, it's the Lord pouring that spirit out. So, be careful out here. These people are possessed under this image. The image is got Esau clashing with one another. This place is divided against one another. All we got to do is just trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai. So I pray to Yahweh Shemel Shai that you brothers and you few sisters were edified through the spirit, and you can see prophecy unfolding on a beautiful level, even ground level, even through YouTube, we can see these things, So call law. Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.